CAD for NZD CAD for NZD CAD for NZD CAD. NZD CAD is ready, right? In my eyes, it's ready. Right now, we're just waiting in the next 2 hours and 30 minutes so we can have that daily closure. And as you can see on the daily time frame, not only are we in this bearish trend, but price is now hovering at that major area of interest. If we're in an uptrend, I want to see price above my major area of interest. If we are in a downtrend, I want to see price below my major area of interest. In this case, I want to see price below this zone. So at the moment, I want to see price on the daily time frame give me a closure back underneath that major area of interest. Once that is established, we can then drop down towards the 4-hour time frame to look for the same thing off the daily, right? Like I said, the daily 4-hour, we're just looking for structure. We can see how this 4-hour went from being in this bullish trend to now being in this bearish trend, while also respecting that major area of interest. So right now, I want to see a push, a close, a wick rejection, and a continuation. The daily, if we go back to it, is bearish. My 4-hour is bearish, both in sync, which is beautiful. Next, I just want to see price at my major area of interest. Boom, 83,126. We are there. So we're checking out both time frames in sync, daily and 4-hour. We then have the second check mark. We are at my major area of interest. We're just now waiting on that third check mark for price to get back below my zone. Once price is back below my zone, I have now 3 confluences telling me, hey, price is ready to continue in this downward trend. As long as we can have 3, that is just an A+ in the grade book to then continue with your technical analysis to then look for entry possibilities. Once price establishes that breakthrough, if you will, and then respects that major area of interest, we can then go down towards the lower time frames. On the lower time frames, you can see how that will be allowing the lower time frames to have that switch of structure once more, getting in sync with the higher time frames. It's pulled back towards that major area of interest. Again, respect, reject, and push, possibly back down towards targets at 82,827. Y'all, so we are back. Y'all can see how the trade played out to the T. We hit TPs, and at the moment we are continuing to fall towards the downside. A quick brief breakdown, since we did just talk about it in the previous post. I just want to touch up. You can see how when we were waiting for price to get back underneath 83,132, as price closed underneath, you can see how now price created that beautiful wick pullback into our major area of interest, and at the moment we are falling towards the downside. Next is when I went to that 4-hour time frame. You can see how price not only abided by those rules which we talked about. We closed underneath that major area of interest. As price broke back below this zone, that is when I went towards my lower time frame, and on that lower time frame we were presented a beautiful continuation, break, retest, and go. You can see how price broke past that recent area of interest, giving us that continuation, break of structure. Price then had that pullback into 83,132, aka that major area of interest. So after we found that resistance, after we found that rejection towards my zone, I then got in on this beautiful bearish engulfing candlestick. I entered after we gave a beautiful break of structure past that previous bullish candle. Once I saw price start to have that strong bearish movement, that's when I entered my position. Stops just above my major area of interest and just above that last recent wick. And then my take profits, my take profit never changes. I just target my next major zone, right? In this case, it was 82,827. If we can close below this area of interest, I would just look to target my next zone being my 4-hour low. Price went directly towards those targets, and at the moment we are still falling towards the downside. Once again, I break it down for the Discord all the time. Let me drag it over. You can see how we called this out in the Discord. You can see yesterday at 1:22 p.m. we was looking at this trade. I had a very in-depth breakdown. You can see how I drew it out, looking for the bounce, and then you continue. I gave you updates. We got movement, and then overall we hit TPs, right? Yeah, that's really it. That's all there's to it. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't overcomplicate trading, because once you do, you get confused. That's it for this. Y'all stay blessed, and I am